I see. And they want that little refund, and that's why you have so much more business this year than you did last year.
Well, that's what we feel it is. I mean, I won't say that's indicative of the entire tax season, but that's the way it appears right now.
What do you tell? I bet you get a lot of questions, Charles Nelson, from people about Ford's proposed 12% income tax refund.
Yes, I've had a few phone calls on that. The only thing I can say on that is that it would have to be something that's going to be done entirely separate from the tax return. The federal government isn't going to reprint all forms in order to have it on this year's return. It will be done separately after the tax returns are filed.
I see. And what advice have you for the folks about their income tax, keeping receipts and things like that?
Oh, most definitely they should keep receipts. Not necessarily that they need to bring them to us or to any other tax prep organization. Merely the totals are what we need, but in case of an audit, they definitely do need receipts in order to verify their expenditures to the Internal Revenue Service.
For how many years? 100 years you have to keep them?
Well, no, their return is only subject to audit up to 3 years.
I see.
We advise our clients primarily keep them around 5.
Keep them around 5.
Right.
I see. Now, by the time April 15th comes, is that the time this year? Is it the April 15th?
As far as I know, there won't be any changes in that.
This place will really be lined up. I bet there will be people outside waiting in line a couple hours before they even get inside.
No.
Glens Falls and Queensbury.
Right. I have the Saratoga office here, a Clifton Park office, which is south of here. Also have a Glens Falls, Hudson Falls, and we do have an office in Sears at Queensbury Plaza.
So, yeah, I see. So it's all in one thing, and you're in charge of the whole thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Charles Nelson, we thank you very much for the information, because this is hot news.
Thank you.
On a cold day.
Yes, it is that, too.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Ask you to look forward to some further...
Hi, you.
Bye.
Can you tell the folks what bowling match they're about to see?
Okay, this will be St. Mary's against Glens Falls High School. City Series match.
About how many?
George DeMarsico, a little high, left the split. Good. Ball De Angelis, so a strike for St. Mary's. Tommy Casera. There goes Terry Casera again. Good form. Mark Johnson.
Okay, who's missing? Medicine ball here, right? No. Yeah, we're going to do some calisthenics group. Yeah. Up, up, come on, up, come on, quick. Up, 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 come on, hubba, hubba, up, up, I didn't hear you. Get out of here. Up, go. Up, up, yes, that's good, that's good, all right. Okay. Come on, let's go. Come on, ready? Hi, up, who, hi, who, he, ha, hi, who, ha.
This is Glendora, and this is Colonial Cablevision Incorporated.
All the way down.
And this is Channel 12. And this is Lake George. And this is the Polar Bear Club, Coney Island Polar Bear Club.
Up.
Who on February 2nd, Groundhog Day, are going to take a swim in Lake George. The temperature is about 20 degrees above.
2, 1, 2, up, 2, up, 2. Go ahead, Pablo. Give some exercises, Pablo.
Okay, in the center. Okay. Next one.
How you
Do the swimming exercise.
Go ahead.
All right? Okay. Now put your hands up.
His name is Scott Williams, and he's from Glens Falls. And last year he swam.
Water's too hot.
Ice is being thrown into the water because a report from the Polar Bear Club is that the Lake George water is too hot. So ice is being thrown into the water.
The dropper, eh? Shall we? Just say yes.
Yeah.
Shall we drop her?
Yeah.
Should we drop her? We're going to drop her.
Yeah.
We want to drop her.
Yeah.
We're going to make a polar. It's a brand new member. Come on, let's race here. Come on, right in. Right in.
I started to say we'll get as close as we can, see if you can see any goosebumps.
Any Duncan? Hang around and haul him. Find the ladder, come on. You sit down.
They're walking barefoot in the snow.
Get your bathing suit wet. Come on down. Come on. Let's... Okay.
Can I go by here?
Okay.
Whoa.
I was there.
Williams!
Saratoga Lake, the mobile.
So.
He says, tell him if you don't come back tomorrow, he'll sing his sister Joyce on him and he won't get paid.
No thanks.
And there's how you get your Channel 10 news, folks.
That's how we do it.
What's your name, photographer?
Marty Miller.
Hi, Marty. Where's your reporter?
I'm still looking for her. I keep looking down there. I can't imagine where she went.
I hope she's not on the ice.
What, do you keep a microphone in your pocket?
Yep.
And how do you plug that into your camera?
It's plugged.
I see. Where do you go from here, Marty?
Back down to the other end to the boat races.
The boat races? When will I be on the news?
Tonight at 6.
Tonight at 6.
5 gallons again. So the exciting things are coming up. Bella Hay turn, a little big clubhouse turn. Look at him lean. Look at him go. These machines have steel fleets in the track. Up the slash, and there's right in the middle. It's 5 times around, and Tommy's all the way out by himself. Looks like Brian had a little bit of a problem. Times around. We have a spin out on the track. Come on, Brian. This way. Up, that means one more to the finish line. White flag is coming up, which means one more lap. And Tommy catches. Woo! That was a close one. All right, coming into the final lap. Scotty way in front. Got to be going close to 50 in the backstretch. It looks like Scotty's going to be the winner. Tommy second. Scotty third. Nice race. Nice race.
that they're either limited or unlimited with.
A real genuine model, right?
Thank you. It's been wonderful being on. I think you've helped a great many people, and you really have been an asset to our area. No question about it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just, pleased you asked me on.
Just one more thing, folks. I was thinking, when Barbara was talking about Irma Nordquist and doing the yoga, I thought if the people did the yoga without their clothes on, that'd be Yoga Bear.
She's a comedian, too.
No, it's the only way I can get through it all, folks. Well, we see. It's been a chat with Glendora, Colonial Cablevision, Channel 12. Bye-bye, and be as nice as you can to everyone. Bye-bye, Barbara Delson.
Bye, and thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Bye.
Did a little better with that one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. That's Ernie's son off to the right. And Ernie with the hat on. Ernie Higgins, Dr. Ernest Higgins with the hat.
Right. One of our local dentists.
He should know a lot about a hole-in-one.
That's right, he should.
I have to listen to this all the while, This has got to be Steve Muller, is that right?
Yeah.
You also had to take a government license and test.
What fascinates you about this, Gene?
It's just the warmth of wood. Something that we can't seem to produce anything that has a cellular structure like wood. It's just, yourself, the beauty of wood that people use.
Oh, I do. I have it between my ears, Gene. Would you be so kind?
For about 10% of it. In other words, I use it strictly for outlining, and everything else is hand cut. Because each thing, such as the chisels that were designed out of Europe by the wood carvers, each one had its own purpose. Each chisel fit a certain area, so therefore it's just a matter of literally slicing it out to fit that area.
Gene, in the cable TV business, I've met a lot of chiselers, but I've never seen one work so hard as you do. I wonder, all of a sudden you found out that you were being considered for editor and publisher of Saratoga Tri-County News.
Right, and I'd sent him a proposal from one of the organizations I'm involved with, and I figured he was ready to comment on it. So I got back from the Girl Scouts, and I called and said, Jack, I'm back in the office, and he says, okay, I have to find out when Mr. Newhart's ready. Newhart is the president of the Gannett Company.
Newhart?
Right.
Terrible. It sounds a lot like Newhouse. Okay.
No relation. So,
folks, the Tri-County News really does a wonderful job on listening to the programs for Chat with Glendora. I know several of you have asked me, where am I going to find out when the programs are on? Is it listed in the newspaper? Yes, it's listed in the Tri-County News, and you really do a good job.
Good. Thank you. And we carry the cable listings in all editions of the paper.
You do?
Because we think people ought to know what the potential of cable is.
Yeah.
And you're certainly one of the people who shows them by getting out and finding out so much and giving people a chance to visit like this.
What do you think the potential of cable is, Christy?
Oh, a lot of potential in adult education courses, or naturally the old movies and all of the sports and things that people want to see.
Yeah.
And who knows, over the long run, it may be how newspapers are carried to the homes.
How would that work?
There's a lot of discussion in Glendora about over the long haul, because the logistics simply of the newspaper distribution get harder and harder to tackle.
Oh.
And the cost of everything from gasoline to the time that the carriers and the motor route drivers put in on it. And it just may, over the next 10 or 15 or 20 years, get so expensive that it would be a lot more convenient for everybody if we could zip it into the house on a cable.
My goodness.
And have it come out as a little piece of microfilm, or simply have it come out as words moving on a screen with an index.
Yeah.
And it's some of the same kind of technology that is used right in the newspaper business now in production. But there's no reason why the computers and things can't just feed it right into the reader's home. See it on your television screen, or flash it on your wall like slides or something like that.
I see, like the newspaper would lease a channel. Right, and it'd be their own channel, and they'd have their newspaper.
Or the cable commission would say you had to let the newspaper have a channel. One never knows.
Much air conditioning?
Yes.
Sometimes you do, right?
I certainly do.
Sometimes you feel like you're getting a cold, a summer cold?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you
I
feel
agree with you in that. Always carry a sweater, jacket of some kind.
Right, and sometimes it's so cold in air conditioning you have to carry a snowmobile suit.
Oh, that's true.
Enjoy belonging to the hospital guild.
Oh, we feel we're doing a lot of good work for the hospital.
What do you sew, ladies?
Oh, we make these fancy little clowns and things for our bazaar in the fall of the year.
My mother made a fancy. It was me. Girls, what do you think? Do you think we have too much air conditioning at times?
It all depends on the conditions. That's right. Well,
do you think that we have too much?
Sometimes, yes, I do think so.
Sometimes you get a little cold, huh?
That's right.
What do you?
Some places, not too much, but too cold at times.
It should be cut down.
Yeah.
We need it, because if you don't have it at all, it's stifling. But when you need it, it shouldn't be quite as cold in some places.
It can give you the chills sometimes.
You bet.
So can watching my program.
I don't think so.
I doubt that.
Thank you very much for.
Yes, I think so.
What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
I noticed that you ladies, even though it's a lovely, lovely, lovely summer, warm day, that you did carry your sweaters.
Well, we thought that the air conditioning might be on and we'd have to put them on.
Yeah, we thought
well, really, I haven't noticed it myself. I don't mind it.
Oh, it has to be really icy.
Icy, yeah.
And if I wear a long sleeve, dress, it doesn't matter. No, but I don't mind it. In fact, I like it.
If you wear a long sleeve dress, you don't have to wash your elbows either.
Oh.
Do you sometimes think it gets a little cold?
I do in some places. In restaurants, I think it's bad.
Hey, folks, this has been a chat with Glendora, and we thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye, and be as nice as you can to everybody. Everybody, this is a chat with Glendora. How do you think we're coming with our littering problem?
I think so. I think we're making a lot. You don't see litter around the way you used to.
I'd like to speak from a boating angle, because we're boaters. And we noticed a tremendous improvement. When we got into boating, people would just say, put a hole in both ends of your can and throw it in the water and all. And you never realized, what a lot of litter that would cause. And even as they're throwing garbage overboard and all, now you don't see people doing that. And the waters are much improved. They really
I think the younger children, surprisingly, are very conscious about it. And I know my children are very careful to put their sucker wrappers or candy bar wrappers. If they don't have a place to put them, they keep them until they get home. But many places that I've noticed, they don't have enough receptacles around.
More litter baskets, right? And your kids keep you from littering, do they?
Oh, they certainly do.
Now I notice the children are, I think being aware of it is mostly conquering a lot of the problem. So.
Well, I hope so, yes. It's a lot better than it was.
I feel in traveling that people are more conscious about littering the highways. You don't see people throwing things out of the windows of the cars anymore.
Well, I think to some degree we are, not as much as we could be, but...
I think if you had more places to put
more
glasses and receptacles. I know we saved glass for over a month, and when we went out, the place was gone.
I saw on television a college out in California, which she had a program, a little trash can on wheels, and it has turned it into a game at lunchtime.
Oh,
so
really?
that the kids are, using them rather than just dumping.
Yes, right. Here in New York, we have trash cans on wheels. We call them Volkswagens.
Yeah. I don't think it has worsened any, if that's encouraging.
Yeah, that's encouraging.
But I also think that, like so many other things, the popularity of the litter program is over and people aren't paying as much attention to it.
With Glendora, and how are you today? You girls give me your opinion on my question for today. Do you think the stock market will crash again the way it did in 1929? Do you think that'll ever happen?
Before my time. I really don't know too much about it. I sincerely hope not.
Do you think there's any indication that it will, though?
Well, it's been going up the last couple of days. I hope it stays up there.
You own stock?
No.
No, not like that. Not like
Never
that
like that again. Tell us whether you think it will crash again the way it did in 1929?
Well, supposedly they tell us that it's governed by the government now, and it can't, so
that clinches
I don't know.
it. Then it will. What do you think?
I don't think it will.
Sincerely hope not.
Remember the one in 29?
No, my grandfather told me.
Oh, yeah.
But I hope not, because I think we're due for some good times now before we have some bad ones.
What do you think?
Well, I guess as long as the bulls and bears do their jobs, we're all right.
They're football teams, aren't they?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well, we have certain unstable things in the country today, but I really don't think the stock market will go.
And what do you think?
Well, the economists say that they have control, so we won't have another one.
The economists said that?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who caused the last one.
Well, I don't know.
Thank you very much for being with us. This has been a chat with Glendora, everybody. Bye-bye, and be as nice as you can to everyone. We'll talk to some grandmothers, and we're also going to find out what people think about changing our holidays around. Hi there. About Americans changing the holidays all around.
I don't like it at all, and I think that they were on a certain date, they should be kept that same day.
Like Memorial Day should
be on its regular day.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think the same thing. Yeah.
And Lincoln's birthday?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Washington's birthday?
Yeah.
Your name is Mrs. Bush?
Mrs. Bush.
That'd be a good name for me because I'm bushed all the time.
My age, every day is Sunday, so every day can be a holiday as far as I'm concerned. So it makes no difference to me.
Way to change Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday, Memorial Day. What do you think of that?
Well, in a way, I don't like it after celebrating on the regular day for so many years, but it really doesn't make too much difference to me now that I am older.
How many of you grandmothers drive motorcycles? Any of you?
Oh no, I use a cane. It's safer.
I think they raise the cane a little too.
You can say that.
Well, I think it's kind
It gives them a long weekend, and as far as I'm concerned, being a grandmother, it doesn't really matter too much at all.
No, grandmothers are independently wealthy.
I think wealthy with our time, let's put it that way.
I don't. I like things the way they are. I wanting to change, but for me, they could stay as they are.
I like things the way they are, except for being so expensive. What do you like about changing around the holidays, or don't you?
Well, I don't like it very well because unless it's a day or two, or just one day close to it.
Yes.
The holiday, then it gives other people good time and can do things for the weekend.
Of course, I wouldn't be against her giving us more holidays.
Well, that's all right for some people that need
This
it.
can make such a confusion, that's the only thing.
Yes.
But, we really expect the 30th of May to be Decoration Day, and it just upsets everything.
I really don't feel that it's right to change some of the holidays that we've been accustomed to having on a certain day, like the 30th for Memorial Day or Decoration Day.
You be Decoration Day because you ladies are pretty well decorated.
Oh, do you think so?
Yes, I do. That was Glendora, everybody. Bye-bye, and be as nice as you can to everyone. How are you today? Today we're going to talk to women about motorcycles, and what do you ladies think about motorcycles?
Well, I'm terrified of motorcycles on the highway, but as far as motorcycling is concerned, I love to motorcycle.
You really do?
Yes, I do. I think it's fascinating.
I bet you're a terror on a motorcycle.
Well, I'm not really a terror. I hang in there, but I like it. I enjoy it.
And what do you think about motorcycles?
Well, to be perfectly truthful, I don't have an opinion, but I think I might like it if I tried it.
I'm sure you would.
I think I would if I tried it. I think I might like it.
Okay, I have a motorcycle standing by right out there.
I'm not dressed for it. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much for talking to us. You're
I hate them.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, because I've just seen too many people hurt and killed.
I hate to see the young people get into this. I realize that it is a lot easier for them possibly to buy a motorcycle than a car, but it just doesn't seem as safe.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, for motorcycles, they're not for me.
They're not for you.
Maybe somebody else, but I don't like the noise, and the children in the neighborhood, they have bikes and they go through our fields and so on like that.
Motorcycles. I'm scared to death of motorcycles.
Sure.
Really?
My husband used to have one, and my boy's getting one, so yeah, I'm with it.
Live and let live, but they are noisy and annoying sometimes when you're trying to sleep at night and these kids race the roads.
Well, not really. However, I think I'm getting to a point where I feel I have to accept them. I have a 20-year-old daughter who is dating a 23-year-old young man who sold his car to buy a motorcycle. And
One don't. I remember my nephew was crazy about motorcycles, and every time I knew he was out, I was just absolutely out of my mind.
Chat with Glendora, everybody. Bye-bye and be as nice as you can to everyone.
Oh, that's right.
Do you think Americans consider themselves lucky?
Oh, there's no question about it. We're infinitely more fortunate than any other people that I know. We have the leisure and more or less the know-how, I think.
Where do you find that leisure? I'd like to find a little.
But you have to sacrifice other things.
I see, yeah.
But if you're really interested, you can always find it, I think, somehow. You have to let things go. Other things that are less important, like housework, for instance.
Do you think so, Margaret?
Well, as one American, I would say definitely. For instance, writers have the freedom to write what they want. If we lived in many other countries, we wouldn't have that freedom.
Good point. Will you leave us your opinion? Where do you think Americans consider themselves lucky?
I don't know if I can speak for all Americans. I can speak for this American in that I am very lucky. I know I'm lucky. I'm blessed with all kinds of material goods that other countries don't have, and I have opportunities to go as a freelance writer and sell to whomever I want, whatever I want. That to me is a blessing.
Absolutely. In my field also, I feel there's a freedom to be able to express my art ability in whatever field I want and whatever subject matter, and freedom for people to purchase art and have whatever they feel they want in their home also. And I think
but I can't speak for the young people. I would hope that most of them did.
That's a good Whittemore. Do you think Americans consider themselves lucky?
Well, I hope so. I think they really do. They may not admit it, or they may criticize this and that. But if you come right down to it, I don't think they would leave and go to some other country to live.
I think so, and I think more and more the young people that I know now that are coming back from being exchange students in Russia and other countries, for the first time have said, wow, we just didn't realize what we have.
And feel that we have not the conveniences that we have here, but the freedom and the choice of our being able to express ourselves here.
We're number one by far, and the opportunities open to us, the chances, the challenges are definitely at a level of sophistication that Americans should be proud of.
Many Americans are very apathetic today, and they perhaps don't consider how much the country has to offer or how much they can give to the country.
Well, folks, this is a chat with Glendora, and I consider myself an lucky American even when I can't find a parking place. Bye-bye, and be as nice as you can to everyone. Hi there. The chat with Glendora, and how are you today? Americans are getting lazy or lazier.
Oh, there's so much new improvement.
Imagine that helps a great deal.
What do you think? Americans are getting lazier?
Well, some, yes.
In some way.
I think we'll always have some lazy ones, and we'll always have some ambitious ones.
You looked at me when you said that.
No.
Well, we think...
No, they're industrious.
You do, really?
I really do.
And how can you...
Well, actually, with the students, I can see how they come into the homes and they get their homes polished up, and they're happy to have these homes, and they make gardens.
Would you send some of those students over to my house and polish it up?
I'd like them to come over and help me.
No, we are busy every minute.
I think women are more active than they have ever been socially and as well as at home. And I